streaming. Come on, appreciate you, BG. Having a great record versus the top six is all good, but the results versus the mid to low teams that loses the chance of winning the title. There's 19 other teams in the Prem, not just six. Tell them again. I hear you with this. Man, are too entitled. We ain't won a Prem since '04. Where did this entitlement come from? And we never won a champs. I don't get those moaning cryings. I hear that. But I think the entitlement thing is gaslighting. We haven't won it for 20 years. Is it fair to say within these 20 years, and especially within these 3 years, but if we went through everything, that Arsenal maybe could have won one, should have done one? So is it fair to ask our club to learn from the past and get over the line with one? We're not saying we want to, do four peats, or we're not being entitled to four peats. That's the ambition, like everyone. We ain't won the Champions League, but we got to a semi-finals, and by the same stroke of that, people want to say that Arteta's got us to that stage. Would it not be fair to say if our manager said we was the best team in Europe this season and we didn't win the Champions League, that we should maybe not demand it, but think, right, if you said we were the best last season, can't we do that again? I think these are fair conversations to have. Every artist has their critics. This with Mikel Arteta, I skimmed through the beginning. I think it could give us some food for thought. There is much more to come, because the manager that the boys needed 3 years ago is a different manager that they need today. Okay, evolving thing. The team has grown so much in every sense of the word, and they need someone else. And that somebody else has to adapt and identify what is really important, what is really going to get that fire in the belly to get the best out of them. That's the evolution of the manager. It's not just the idea of changing. If we go to YouTube and the next evolution is, oh, look, he has put this player in this space, that's not evolution of a manager. So what does he want? I guess exactly what they need. And each of them are going to require a different manager. Each of them are going to require at some point a certain something that they don't expect from the manager, true. And that's the beauty of it. When it's something new, that's going to make me better, and I didn't see that coming. Yes, we want to see that on the pitch, create football. Put in the hours. When you're working on something that triggers something else, having a conversation with someone about one topic creates many other things. And that stays in your brain. And sometimes at night, sometimes in the shower, sometimes when I'm on the pitch looking at something, I say, oh, I have this. Okay. It's not always easy though, because the player always wants something from the manager, and that is more game time. But the player needs to understand the more competitive it gets, the squad gets bigger, and you're going to have to share. You'll be extremely important whether you play 60 minutes or the last 30, and that's something to learn. Okay, done. No, we cannot take away the fact that the desire to play every game is something super positive. What we need to understand is that I have to make a decision to play a player for a certain reason, and maybe I pick a player next to you, and that's not easy. Okay. There are big feelings to manage. That person is probably in this country alone without his family, and the only reason why he's in this country is to play football, to play minutes, and you're taking that away from them. That's tough. Hey man, they wanted to be footballers, and as much as my heart bleeds for them, and I hear that, can we smash the like button? Shit, you're getting paid, man. Make it happen. Make it happen. And that's something for everyone. And for the footballers, that's happening at all clubs. So it's an occupational hazard. I look at their eyes and their bodies, and they tell you straight away how much they want it. They look in great shape. You can talk. Yeah. It's going to be a great season. I'm going to do this. They come on day one. They have 3 or 4 kilograms. Big problem. Our players came in and they were looking incredibly fit. They are ready. Vamos then, innit? We brag about, oh, sorry, who's this? They saw in our someone they identify with. Bro, I don't care about no CEOs. I don't care about we brag about being the underdogs. Yeah, I hear that, man. Forget this. I just want to hear the manager. I don't want no underdog stories, man. Well, Arteta has 3 sons. I'll tell you, your sons are not good then, because why none of them in Haaland? Sterling's son is. My eldest is 16, yeah, he's dead. None of them trying to do the baller thing. Fair enough. He's spoken about Haaland. All the tools, all the training, all the education, all the development they are now having at a very young age is paying off. A lot of work has been done in this country, and that's why those players at 15, 16 look ready to play men's football. That's very, very strange. Even for him, it's taking some getting used to. We are lucky because the players they have, they're really caring, they're really supportive, they're really genuine. Happy to see somebody do that. Sometimes that is not always the case, and I think they have the right environment at Arsenal to grow and fulfill their potential. That is what you want to hear. He was looking at Havertz's body. Calm down. DG advice, aside from Arsenal, I'm trying to find a wife soon. Thoughts? We'll get back to that. Let's get through the Arteta section, and we'll get back to that. We'll definitely get back to that. I've started. Admittedly, this is taking time, but we started. Trying to be better for you lot. Smash the like button. Arsenal used to say that a lot, and I understand why. Did Arteta Arsene Wenger say play Wenger ball? Can we listen to everything? The temptation will always be to give the opportunity to the players who have experience, and if they make mistakes, it will be less, and they've probably made mistakes already. But if you have the choice between a young player that you are so convinced about the qualities and another player and you take a little risk, I think it's worth it. In football, nothing's guaranteed. Winning games, it doesn't matter what age you have in your passport, what experience you have. You have to have that sense that the player is prepared to handle a certain situation and has the personality to overcome exposure at this level. Let kids make mistakes and then support them. Sometimes we have to make them fail in training so they learn to overcome these situations when they come up in the game, which is true. But then there's sometimes like, obviously, it's like, I guess, like we look at Miles Lewis Skelly, for example, like obviously mistakes happen. You are going to get caught on the ball. In training, you set you up not to fail, but to fail in training so you succeed in the match. And that's happened. But sometimes he is going to make a mistake. So when you've got sent off or a glaringly or error or any mistake you've seen, you got to be able to handle that. You can't really prepare them for that. But that's where he's talking about. You've got to have the mental capacity to go, all right, I can feel sorry for myself, get on there with it. I made a mistake. I didn't kill no one. Life goes on type of thing. But you're all right. Ideally, you know what you want to recruit. Very young, very talented and cheap. That's easy on paper. Then you have to go into markets. As the game has evolved, the law has to evolve. It is also in relation to the talent that we can recruit all over the world. Because if there's a great talent here, but we have to open our doors again, it's going to make the league, country, grassroots football much better because the capacity we have, the standard is going to be raised. It might take 2 or 3 or 4 years, but everybody afterwards will be better because the standards are higher. And then what has he said here? I always ask 3 questions. Can he do it? Does he know how to do it? Does he want to do it? Maybe he can do it, but he doesn't know how to do it, and I can teach him. Fair. If a player doesn't want to do it, that's the biggest problem. It is better to leave him alone. If a player is willing to do it but doesn't know how to do it, that's great because you don't know how, but the willingness is there. Let's work on him because we can still overcome that barrier. When the guy's not willing to do something, I think long term it won't work. Exactly that. Mikel Arteta did say Arsenal players vote to keep Martin Odegaard as captain by a mile. That could be a bit of mind games. Fitness updates, people, on Gyökeres, Trossard, and Zubimendi. News to me if there's anything around Gyökeres and Zubimendi, lads. I don't really get nervous about season starting. Like Trossard, he was injured. What's going on here? I think he's much better. I think he'll be able to train again tomorrow, and if that's the case, he'll be fit. That's in relation to Trossard. On Gyökeres and obviously Zubimendi. Victor getting better and better every day. He's normally a really fit player. It's true that he hasn't trained so much with us. He had those 2 moments in the games when he's participated and the feeling was very good. So let's see what we can do on Sunday. I hear you, Gaffer, but Amarin's talking a bit more. Maybe he's showing that you're showing your poker face a bit better, but he's talking bossy. I think Sesko might start. Not that I think we need Gyökeres to beat Man United. Kai Havertz and Kivior and shit. Maybe even an unlikely hero in terms of goals and Lewis Skelly will score. But yeah, please, can we just see that? That's great. On Zubimendi, he had a great integration. As everyone can see this immediately, a very big impact on the team. I'm really happy and he will be fit. Great stuff. Great stuff. And for those that hate on Odegaard, especially Marcel, when De Zerbi came in as our manager, this is Alexis McAllister. Naturally poetic in it, smash the like button. You know, even me sometimes like, damn, see why Kelly loved me. I'm smooth with it. That next season, a few months before the World Cup, it changed everything for me. The main thing he helped me improve was my scanning of the field, my profiling of the situation, taking little mental pieces of the chessboard every 2 seconds. We looked at Odegaard as an example of this. For me, he is one of the best in the world at scanning. His head never stops moving. De Zerbi gave me this gift and it really elevated my game. Shout out McAllister, can learn from everyone, my boy. You can learn from everyone. On the press conference as well, people. I'm very excited. I can't wait. It's been a really productive preseason. We've made such an evolution in the squad as well. We're ready to go. The mood of the place, the energy around it, the enthusiasm that the boys, the staff came with from day one. Now we're going to do better to keep improving as a team and to win. That's what drives my energy. That's why I'm so excited. We've gone over Trossard, people. On if we need to make sales, I'll leave that to Berta and the club. My main focus is just about performing, preparing the games in the best possible way and winning. Now we start the season. It's been a long off-season, pre-season with the market and being so active in it. On starting the season with tough games, we need to play each other. We need to play at some point, and we'll start at an incredible stadium with so much history and a beautiful way to start the season. We'll go game by game, make the best preparations, and then perform to earn the right to win the game. On potential of winning the title, Yes, especially the consistency we've shown in the last 3 years. Now the margins, we know how small they are. We know the competition as well has increased the level with recruitment. With another year together, we're going to have to win. The gaffer said that himself, people. What do we make it that? We're going to have to win. No excuses. On how many teams can win the Prem, he's previously said 8 or 9. A lot too many, and it's getting stronger and stronger. You know what? I'll be honest, I don't really want to waste time with that. On what to expect from Man United, they will be different as well. The manager have more time with them. They have pre-season. They make some really good signings as well, like everybody else. I think they strengthened. They'll be better than last year, like the rest of the teams. I can just talk about Victor, how happy we are to have him. I think he's going to have a tremendous impact in the team. The adaptation has been very, very good, and we're really happy to have him. We've gone over the Martin Odegaard thing already. On how much the club has supported him in the market, it's not just about supporting me, of course, but supporting the team, supporting the vision, the idea, and especially the ambition. That level that we're playing, the competition we have, and what we expect to do. So we have to improve the squad. We have to improve the quality and the depth of the squad, and we certainly have done it in a really great way. On getting the best version of Gyökeres, well, we want to do everything. First of all, understand the player and exposing the player to the conditions, pardon me, that he can fulfill his incredible potential. So that means putting him in positions where he can get goals. And that's going to be key. And that's a good thing that many players, many strikers, they have come from different leagues. They've come to the Prem and been successful. Do you think he's going to be a success? Slap the like button if you do. And it's for us creating the right context for Victor to do what he does best, which is to score goals. Manager, I'm happy because so far you ain't played them media games. You've said everything I want to hear. Listen, we know the memories with Man United. We should be excited ahead of the new season. We know we got difficult games coming up. And if there's pressure on us to win the title this season, you keep digging, digging, digging. You have to keep digging because one day the goal is going to be there. That's all the time what I've been taught. I've been educated, and that's it. For 3 seasons, we have more points than any other team in this league. It's incredible. That's why we have all the consistency. Now we have to do it in a season to earn one more point or the same amount of points and more goal difference than any other team. That's the objective. I hear all of that with me, my team. Big up the academy. We've gone over that. On Gyökeres on Sunday, yes, he's getting better and better every day. He's normally a really fit player. It's true that he hasn't trained so much. He had those 2 moments in games when he participated, and the feeling was very good. Let's see what he does. On if he's had to manage the availability of Calafiori and Havertz, I mean, naturally, we would have had long-term injuries. We know Zubamendi's going to be there. We know there's going to be a fight for Gyökeres and Havertz. On if we have enough in attacking midfield, I think we have great versatility, very different qualities in relation to the opponent as well. Sounds like me on Football Manager. We can manipulate that and have great cohesion within those units. So I'm very happy with that. On what he learned last season, you have to learn on the evolution of a midfield. We have to. We've gone over the captain stuff. We know the guys got qualities. We know the rules are really just to affect Arsenal, and we know we need to win stuff. So what's the point of boring you lot with that? We've got a good record against Man United of recent. Long may that continue. Amarin says that Sesko could start against Arsenal. We're not scared of Mr. 13 goals. Dalman's back in training. Will he be on the bench against Man United? Would you not go for Salvino? Apparently, Spurs have had a second bid rejected by City. Arsenal have a 24% chance of winning the 2024-26 Premier League, with only Liverpool being more likely. But that's because we've been second for the last couple of years. Arsenal, Spurs, Atletico Madrid have decided against signing Garnacho this summer. Hold fort because there might be some convincing news in that. Jamie Carragher said, I'm convinced Mikel Arteta definitely stole Zubamendi from Liverpool. He agreed to come to Liverpool, and at the last minute, he said, I don't want to come. I want to have another year here at Sociedad. They definitely stopped the deal. Arteta is from the Basque region. There's no doubt he's been into him and said, we're signing Marino this season. We'll come for you next season. The deal was done about halfway through the season. It's cool, man. It's cool, bro. It's cool. You were grafting, buying her drinks and that. She saw us. The aura thing was different. Did she think you think Zubamendi cared about your winning the Prem and all of that? Our thing is so different. When you got Paul, you got Paul. Light work. Eze has scored at every London ground in the traditional top 6 when you look at last season, people. And that will be interesting. We've gone over this with David Ornstein before, but there is a lot of talk about Eze's release clause, 60 million plus 8 million. And that's the sort of money that Crystal Palace would be looking for. To my knowledge, neither Arsenal nor Tottenham, neither Arsenal nor Tottenham are prepared to pay that level of finance to do the deal, which for us, I wish we would. We know with Arsenal, the situation seemed linked to Wanyeri's future. If he was going to leave, clearly Arsenal were lining up a deal for Eze. With Wanyeri signing a new deal, the need for Eze or another player in that position was less pressing, and maybe they were then focusing on other areas. It's not that Eze is gone from the agenda. There's great affection for Eze at Arsenal, vice versa. We need to keep an eye on the situation, but there'll be considerations at Arsenal on the price, age profile, and position. So, what do we make of that? It's not really what you want to hear. Apparently, Rafa Leao, courtesy of Romano, has never been an option for Arsenal, and the player will stay at AC Milan this summer. This has even said Arsenal pulled out the race to sign Eze for now, as their focus is on signing an out-and-out left winger. That means Spurs have a free run at the Crystal Palace start, according to TBR Football. Mikel Arteta has said, I give my passion, my energy, my knowledge, and everything I give to this club. I believe we have transformed this club from where it was to where it is today. In terms of performance, where we look at the last 3 years of the Premier League, we are the team that has scored the most points, but we still need to win a major title. That's what we're missing because the rest is done. The connection with the fans has changed. There's no doubt that Arsenal is one of the best in Europe at the moment, but we still need to seal that achievement. That's where I'm at. Real Madrid officials have informed Rodrigo they are ready to listen to offers for him. Both Manchester City and Arsenal are interested, and the Brazilian would be open to joining either Team Verde or summer. Glenn Murray, a former teammate of Gyökeres, believes he's going to flop. I less said that, but he has said, I don't think Gyökeres is the one. It's such a big step. I was with him at Brighton and never had him down to be a 64 million striker. Okay. You think Bearman didn't train with several players? That's why he shouldn't doubt no one. I don't want to hear this from Glenn Murray. I'm not even reading that. It's an idiot thing. Zinchenko apparently is requested to leave Arsenal, and he has interest from Napoli and AC Milan. Apparently, which this is saying apparently he wants to leave. Apparently, Mikel Arteta was informed in July that Zinchenko wants to leave despite his willingness to keep him. Napoli and AC Milan apparently are battling it out for his signature, with any deal likely to be an initial loan. In fact, it's claimed Arsenal would be expected to keep paying around half of Zinchenko's salary. They might as well just keep him floating for a year at the squad, because at least you could use him. I understand it. Getting a loan fee and paying half of his salary is better than paying all of it. What's the point? We understand Arteta is willing to risk Zinchenko running down his expiring contract, but this would obviously only make sense if he actually uses the player this season. Loaning him out, paying his salary, and then losing him for nothing would be an odd decision. You reckon? There you have it. Apparently, Arsenal are reportedly among the clubs interested in a potential deal for Manchester United outcast Alejandro Garnacho. Chelsea, that's all you. We'll buy him in 20 years from you, man. So we'll have to see. Apparently, Chelsea value him at 35 million. Man United wants 60 million euros. So that's about 50 odd million quid. Come on, man. Let's not be dumb. Arsenal to reject Garnacho for what it's worth. Several other clubs were also interested in a possible deal for Garnacho during the early stages of the summer window, but they ultimately decided against pursuing his signature. Arsenal, Atletico, Spurs, all done their due diligence, and everyone signed different people in it. I don't know how Garnacho would help us. I've gone over this before, but apparently Aston Villa are in talks for Leandro Trossard. Talks are at elementary stage, but apparently that's still a thing. So that seems to be everything we went over, people, essentially. Right? What do you lot make of that? Hopefully we can get over the line, as the gaffer has said there. Again, how we not at 100 likes? That's crazy. We're at 76. But yeah, let's get back into it. Keeping for the cup games. Does that mean Rodrigo then? I can't see it. Let's just hope we win the game. I still don't like the Norgard signing, though. I think we could have got Lavia from Chelsea, would have been better, but should have got Lavia when he was at Southampton. No matter how ish United get, they still win. They find a way. We have ball domination and now transition. I'm excited. We're on the right track. What's good, DG? Looking forward to the first game. I hope we get the Eze deal done. So far, transfers have been okay. But we need difference makers, man. We need difference makers, man. We need absolute difference makers. I draw out. Man said last time I saw a trophy, I came was you're a liar. You're a hater. Bro, you need to get some rest. You're going to be busy this season. Trust me, this is going to be an interesting season. Appreciate the content. I hope it is, but silverware, man. Every season, Arsenal under Arteta has been different. We are the next octave now, and I'm excited. Trust. Some of us have been great, have seen greatness. Education is important. Let's run up the likes. DG can't help you find no wife. This man stay running the streets with them. You're moving mad. No, I don't. No, I don't. People, 65 likes, show respect. You're all watching. A like costs nothing. Showing support is what brings us more content. But yeah, you said DJ, aside from Arsenal, I'm trying to find a wife soon. Thoughts? Can't force it, my guy. Well, I don't know. I don't have no. I'll be honest. I don't think I have any dating advice because I think the game's fucked. Like, I think it's crazy out here. If I was a woman, I'd say it's crazy. The guys out here are mad. If I'm a guy, which I am, like, No matter how nice they look, no matter how much they smile, no matter how much you think it's a fairy tale, this ain't no fairy tale, man. Like it's dark out here. You might not me, but you might always have to have options. Like just I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's dark, man. It's dark. Don't go looking. Don't force it in it. When you go looking, you're not gonna find it. It's dark. The game's rigged, man. Just have to mind games the world. Hit the likes for this man. He's putting a marathon show for kickoff of the season. Come on. Late night show on a Saturday. Come on, people. Hit the like button for DG. We're working, man. We're working. Only because I'm enjoying myself tomorrow still. I never get to enjoy myself. The summer I do. These are the 2 weeks I look forward to out the year. Ooh, it's gonna be nice, mate. I'm going to a chess tournament. DG, what acca should I drop this weekend? Stop betting, mate. Stop betting. Also have to have options. You have to, but like you just can't trust women, bro. Like it's like listen, big up the galley, you just can't. You just can't. It's not saying you're all doing boogie things, but you just can't. You just can't. Like you look, it's darkness, man. It's darkness, man. Like it's darkness, especially like you know when you just like you know when you like you think they're special and that, and then you just see raw like you just like the rest of them like damn man like could have been special. Now I'm gonna have to. Nice vibe today. Hit the like, come on, Aaron. You got the game's rigged. The game's rigged, man. The game's rigged, bro. The game's rigged. And for me, like, it's just like you know when you talk to girls and you just know, you know when it starts and you're calling each other, it's all great. You know when you know in your head this is gonna collapse one day, not because anything's going wrong. This is just how the game goes. And when you get there, you're like, yeah, it is what it is, man. It's darkness. Did you get any kits this season? No, you know. DG, remember when I told you my missus wants to try something different with her best friend? Turns out she wanted man to get the friend pregnant. Man had to cut ties. Less of that. I'm focused on another. You didn't cut ties. You knew she was a slut, bro. Let's be real, bro. No, I don't have children. Too many soft youths afraid to tell women the truth. If you want to just smash, tell them. Trust. Bro, you shouldn't even, nah, man. You don't go looking for that. Like, listen, shouldn't, like, yeah, yeah, man. It's Mazda, man. Yeah, man. Crazy. You don't do them dirty, but you get me, like, and build up a rapport and auras and be connecting and waviness is be connecting, and if one thing leads to another, man, ain't going, yeah, bro. I'm saying trust. I'm with you. Trust. I rate that. I rate that still. Some you can do, bro. Like, bro, you know which one. Like the once in a blue moon, you might get one that stick it on you, and that it's not that, bro. No, you can't, bro. You can't. You can't. You don't mean be a player and lie, but you can't, bro. In what reality? Because some women love to say that. In what reality can you go to a woman? Yeah, I just want to mash up Lolly. It don't work like that, bro. It don't work like that. I'm not saying I indulge in that. I'm just saying, don't let them come looking for you either. I can't lie, man. It's wavy when like girls move to you. It makes you blush. Like, oh me? Like I know like, but who? Swear down, like you're handsome, you know. Swear down, you reckon? Yeah. Why? I bet you say that to all the guys and that. No one there. Mind games. Like, or that. Come on, I know, man. I don't do any of this. Anyone listening, because we have been compromised here. Therefore, showing off for the subscribers. Go out, entertain them. This is the career. Make it happen. I mean, the friend has a mad back, but having a kid with her sounds mad. Nah, come on, man. You knew she was sore, bro. You knew what you was doing. You're cool with all of that. You say that to determine which one is open to that type of relationship. I date with, you know, my thing. I date with intention, anyways, isn't it? Like I'm not dating to marry or whatever, but I'm a very serious guy in it. So naturally, I'm too young for the mind games and just going for fronts everywhere, man. And I'll be brutally honest, it's kind of boring, bro. The front could never be boring, but it's boring, man. Like we've all had that. Like, I'm 39, and the jersey's mad. Like it's nothing to be proud of. It's just, bro, you're gonna drink water in life, innit? You're gonna do that. Like is done it all. Like done it all. Like it's there's always more to